Right, so what are you? Are you... Oh yeah, you're the geothermal plant, aren't you? I think. We probably want to do the power diverting last. Because I feel like that's going to possibly lock off some side quests if the town runs out of power and all that gubbins. Now, we've got mechanical sentries in there. And we've got electro gates. So we could sneak in through the sideway. There are mechanical sentries in there, though. We could also sneak around the back and have a look at this final group of buildings first.
Incoming!
Yep. What are these things? A level up, that's what they are. What are you? A terror ray. Very well. Skills. Now, do we need anything leveled up higher at this point? Do we keep pumping dialogue? It won't help persuade get any higher, but it might be nice to get lie and intimidate up to 50. Just cuz. But we also want tech up a bit more. At some point we're going to specialise in persuade. And we're going to specialise in long guns. So range doesn't need to go any higher. I don't know if we're going to specialise in one of these three. But if we do, it'll probably be engineering. Because we did take lift engineer as our origin story. Maybe let's put some points into tech for now. Yes. And then we've got one more perk to get at this level. And then we should be able to unlock tier 2 perks. Probably can't hurt to increase base health. But tactical time dilation meter being maxed. That sounds nice. We're going to make use of that. Ah, no, maybe we need 5 perks in tier 1 before we can get to tier 2. Okay. Very well. Now, what have we over this way? An abandoned settlement with a scrap mechanical in it. Well, we haven't really got any weaponry that is especially good against mechanicals, have we? Because plasma rifles, I still don't know what this damage type does. It burns things. It's an energy gun. Did our codex tell us anything about damage types? N-ray weapons. When an enemy takes enough N-ray damage, they start damaging those around them. Okay. Some energy weapons can charge up for a bigger attack. That's cool. Now. Ah, it's goons. Oh, where did you come from? I mean, this is going well. Oops. I'm hurt. Yep, let's have an inhale.
That's the last of them.
Good. Right, so we've wrecked everyone around here. We'll grab some loot from their remains of their bods. So that plasma rifle seems pretty strong. Especially when it's charged up for a sneak attack or whatever. But yeah. I don't know if N-ray is just energy weapons in general. Just vague, like, plasma damage. So, is it just a better ballistic? Like, is it something that no enemies are strong against? Are we just looking at use shock for hunting rifle, you say? It might just be a case of use shock for robots, use ballistic for everything else, but if you need a bit of extra oomph, anything can take N-ray damage. Maybe all will become clear at some point, or maybe I'll remember to do some research in between episodes. But yeah, we picked up a hunting rifle. And I approve of that. It requires heavy. Do we keep the shotgun on? We'll put it on 4. I think Yeah. Also, actually, let's just repair all equipped guns. And armor parts. It can't hurt to repair every now and again. Luckily, we don't need to go back to the ship to do that because of our engineering skills. So that sealed building is just sealed by the look of it. Doesn't suggest anywhere on the map that any of them can be entered. There may be a purpose to this area. One would think so. There's not many areas around here. You'd think there'd be a purpose to it. I mean, there's some loot. It's always a good start. But I was kind of hoping we'd find that third manual around here. I guess we can explore the geothermal plant, and then we don't need to make the final decision on where we're rerouting the power just yet. Because I want to explore it and see if I can find that third engineering magazine. And then if we do find it, then we'll go back and hand in all three. And if we don't, we'll keep looking before we make any final decisions on whose power we're shutting off. Because there's still that other quest for Ludwig, isn't there? Which requires us to go into the geothermal plant. So where do we want to sneak in? There was a gap in the wall around here, wasn't there? That seems like a sensible option. Although we could probably just jump over these rocks. Good. Has Parvati managed to... Yes, she has. She probably did it via teleporting, but she managed to find her way in. Now, you could get shot in your blue glowy square thing. Is that another one? Oops. I scrolled the mouse wheel to try and zoom in, and it wasn't having any of it. Now, those explosive crates. They could be. Another mechanical sentry. I can't see its blue glowy square that well from here. And once again. Ah, there it was. Oh, there's a drone.
Incoming! Nice one!
Down it goes.
That's gotta hurt.
Yeah, this rifle's doing a good job. I like it.
That's the last of them.
Good. Well done, Parvati. So we've got some dead scientists. So something went haywire in the mechanical sentry systems, perhaps. And they murked everyone around here, which is why no one's been able to get in and do anything. But we're in. We're going to do things. Now, what are we going to do? We're going to discover a Vendertron. Can't find our way in there. So I guess it's straightforward.
The control room should be off to the right.
Cool.
I hope we're doing the right thing.
We're always doing the right thing, Parvati. If it wasn't the right thing, we wouldn't be doing it. Okay, so the receptionist has been roboted. Now, what's the terminal got to say? Everything was purged except for 2 files. I had to borrow your copy of the guide to mechanical engineering. It's back in the return bay. Very well, this was the right place to come then. Chaos everywhere, mechanical's gone haywire. Someone's leg. I'd like to leave early for the day. Guess they didn't get a response to their request in time. But now we know exactly where to go for our final part. We've also got upstairs as well as downstairs. This door is sealed. We don't have the lockpicks. Cool. Now, where's that other... Good. Are we done? Then we got a ladder up to... Where? Bit of loot. Tactical shotgun? Small percentage of weapons are pristine. So I guess this is a pristine tactical shotgun. It's a long gun. Still uses light. So it's definitely better, I would say, than our sword off. Cool. Alright, we're getting close to inventory max. So let's break down some stuff. Now, what have we in this room? Manager's office. Unlock office door. Return to route. And then we've got messages. So, the geothermal plant has exceeded staff budget and needs to dismiss 5 subordinates. Or accept a reprimand. Right, 5 people have been terminated. Let's see. Agriculture and fishing and canning have experienced a steady decline, while the geothermal plant remains somewhat profitable. Space's Choice Developmental and Oversight Office has taken a significant insurance policy against the geothermal plant. Do not attempt to interpret, understand, or extrapolate meaning from this decision. And engineering specialists are going to refit and upgrade the auto mechanicals free of charge. So it's an insurance job, basically, by the board. They sent some engineers down to make all the robots go haywire and kill everyone. And then they claimed the insurance. Very well. So just in case you were unaware, management is a bunch of bastards. Now, this looks like the sort of room where decisions can be made. Yes, that's where the punch card that Reed gave us is used. So, yeah, that'll be where we make the final decision on rerouting the power. But we've still got to find, I believe, a thing for Ludwig, for Die Robot, a logic module. And we need to find the last thing of the 3 volumes, so we'll get that done first. Right, that door is locked, but the geothermal security chief's keycard will open it. We can find that somewhere, probably. Unlock door. Enter passcode. Personal files. Right, Chester Higgins. Fiddling around with the mechanicals. A logic module has been confiscated and is in a lockaway room. Okay, that's what we needed to know. And then the security chief has locked themselves down. So if we head in here, we might be in a position to find what we need. On the body, perhaps, of a security dude.
Here we go. Don't mess with us.
Enemy down. Oh, another enemy thinking about us. That door's bad. They heard gunfire and they're like, I don't think there's any silence guns in this game. I could be wrong. It's been known. But yeah, we're not really going to be about stealth other than getting the first hit on people. And there's a plant worker with another extendo sight. One of those should probably go on this rifle at some point. Now what? We've only got one door down here. Oh.
Watch out!
Nice. Couldn't get access to his little blue glowy square, but there we go.
That's the last of them.
Nice. Now it's giving us the old repair thing again. Yeah, I guess our gun could use another repair. Maybe we want some perks at some point. What have we just done? Something useful? We might want some perks that decrease our durability usage. Right, it's definitely another enemy somewhere around. Because I've just remembered that I've got the radar up top again. This could be a repair bay. Something to read down in the pit. And then what have we got here? Access repair logs.
Self-diagnostics complete. Navigation systems operational.
Oh, is this the robot we sent
Combat
back earlier?
systems operational. It's not the best choice. It's the spacer's choice.
You made it out.
All systems fully operational. Return journey successfully completed. Spacer's Choice would like to thank you for complying with your duties.
And now, why aren't you attacking me in here?
Hostile actions towards Spacer's Choice mechanics are contrary to logical directive.
Aha.
Conclusion: all hostile automechanicals must be defective in compliance with Spacer's Choice policy. All defective automechanicals must be permanently dismantled. Please allow me to assist.
Yeah, that sounds good. You can help us destroy the other mechanicals.
Affirmative. Mechanicide protocols loaded. Awaiting confirmation.
Go get him, Tiger. Cool. So our work earlier has led to us getting a little pet. If you've got Pavasi with you when you complete that mission, she actually just repairs it for you. Or she can do. And then she names it Jeremy. So, yeah. Jeremy the robot is now on side, even if Pavasi hasn't named it in this version of the world. Somewhere in the multiverse, this robot is Jeremy. So we've got a pit over there, perhaps. And then we've got stairs going up. And then we've got stairs going up there.
You're not real. You're not real.
I'm real. Where you at, Higgins? Why are you still alive? I guess he is down in the pit. I assume that we don't want to just jump down. There's a ladder there we could use. But there's also a door, and we don't want to miss loops.
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
Thanks, Pavati. I'd have walked straight into that, otherwise. Now, are you going to turn? There we go.
Roommates! Get ready.
Oh, there's another one somewhere, I guess. Pavati, you got that? Is it coming down the stairs? Good. Right, it's another one thinking around us. But we can shut off the steam valves at least. We get a bit of XP for that. Good. So is that where the ladder from up above would have led to, or is that a different ladder? Either way, we've got a workbench. We've got yet more doors that we can't hack. Maybe we should put points into lockpicking at some point. Or maybe we should bring along a character that can help us lockpick. What's that going to do for us? Anything? Where was that last scout? They'd come down the stairs, I think. Maybe. There's one. So maybe we should have come here last. Because that's the door at the top that can be unbarred. So let's go back and see if we can't speak to Higgins first.
Get away!
Yes, yes. We're not getting away. Deal with it. We're coming down the ladder. We're going to look at you. All close up like.
You're not real. You're not real.
We're real.
You're
Are
not
you real?
You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot. Scram.
Come now, Higgins. I'm not trying to hurt you.
You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. Well, I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
I mean, that sounds sensible, but... Why are you even eating sprats in the first place?
Of course. Sprats are an excellent source for my daily recommended intake of mercury.
Ah,
Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
alright then. How long is it you've been down here?
Hard to say. By my reckoning, Higgins has been here somewhere between 2 weeks and forever. My recollection's a touch fuzzy these days.
Okay, and what exactly is it you do?
Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon.
I don't
I've
believe
come
some of
a long
those.
way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
You're an engineer.
I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries, repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section.
Good. So, do you know of a way to stop these automechanicals?
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons.
Not prodding irons. I mean, we'll help if you'll let us. We made it this far, right?
You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead.
We could do that. Someone tampered with their logic modules, though.
Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you.
Good. And where can we find a logic module?
Funny thing, I was working on a logic module just before the mayhem started. Security chief found me and confiscated the logic module.
Cool.
The tail. Definitely start with the tail. If you're feeling adventurous, the ears are a particular delicacy.
We weren't going to ask you about sprats, to be honest. Hang on.
Forgot what you were gonna say? Me too.
Yeah, we're just going to go. Thanks for your help, Higgins. We're also going to take that and this. And one of those. Cool. So we've got all of the engineering books that we need. We're also encumbered because of that impact hammer, probably. Although we've got a second tactical shotgun, but this one, oh, it's valuable. Auto mag pistol. It's a handgun. We don't need it. Right, now we're moving again. And let's also check what quest we're on. Yeah, let's go back to Die Robot. Now, this should allow us to find the logic module. Although, if we also find any other terminals... there's that other robot. Oh no, that's our robot. Okay. So yeah, we're missing out on bits of XP here by not having our pickpocketing level higher, but... I don't know if we got the points to spare. So we can come this way.
Unexpected.
There's a robot up there.
Security patrol initiated.
There's a combat drone. And another combat drone.
Ingested waste
No.
still the beginnings.
Got them all. Good.
Terminated.
So we'll grab ourselves some more ammunition. And just generally loot these robots. I feel like if I'd come down here first, then I went up to Reed's terminal, then maybe that's where I reprogram the robots to attack each other. Whereas now reprogramming them might not do much for us because we've pretty much killed them all. But we will see. So a ladder would let us up here, but the ramp does too. There's another lever. Maybe these levers are necessary to reroute the power. I'm not 100% on that. But we can unbar a couple of doors. This one leads us out to where exactly? A terminal. Which terminal is this? Modify behavior. Select new target. Define intruders. As Space's choice, also mechanicals. Cool. Right, so the robots will now attack one another rather than us, I guess. Is there anything else in this little room? Or is this a room that we could have got to previously? Maybe. Okay. Oh, we're over encumbered again. Yeah, we're going to have to break down this impact hammer. Should definitely do some selling once we get back to town. Now this way leads to what exactly? There's our repaired dude. It's roaming about. Have we now got a key to this door? No. So did we miss the security guard somewhere? Alright, so the security chief had the thing on him. The security chief responded by making his way down to the control room. So he went down to the control room. So if we knew which room that was, then that could be good. Grenade launcher? That sounds like something that might sell for a fair amount. It's taking us over encumbered again. Oh no, it says 28. Well, we'll claim it for parts. So where is the control room? I mean, it might be this room. In which... There he is. Right, so there's his keycard. There's his LMG that we're definitely going to break down straight away because, yeah, inventory is an issue. And now that we've got that, we can work our way back to our locked door. Sweet. And logic module. Good. And a bunch of crap. We'll definitely grab. Right, we're over encumbered again. But I think we've done everything we need to around here for now. Let's see. Yeah, return to Ludwig, return to Thomas, return to Grace. Yeah, all our side quests are pretty much done at this point. Divert power and divert power. Okay. We probably can't fast travel from indoors though, so let's make our way back out. And then we can fast travel whilst encumbered, thanks to our perk. We'll go back to Edgewater probably and sell some stuff.